Hey everyone, it's Ribbity here. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. I hope that you're happy and healthy and that you're being kind to yourselves. So before we get into this video, I wanted to just do a quick little thank you, I guess. So the wonderful Hip Hip Renee, I will link her channel down below as well. She made a video of top 10 simmers on the rise and I was one of them. She put me in the video and I was just so taken aback when I saw it because like, what? Why? But like, it meant the world to me. It meant the absolute world to me. And I just want to say thank you to Renee for being just incredible and supportive and wonderful to so many smaller channels. And I know that I did gain a few subscribers from that video, so if you're one of those people, hello, it is so wonderful to have you here. I hope that you like it here, and I can't wait to get back into doing challenge videos as well. That's something Renee brought up in the video, is that she loved my challenge videos and I loved them too, and I'm so sorry because I know other people loved them. I'm sorry is what I'm saying for letting you guys down. But I will try for both for you guys and for me. I want to be able to do challenge videos again. So yeah, I'm gonna stop blabbing now. I'm sorry. I just felt like opening up to you guys a little bit. I hope that's okay. But we're gonna jump into the speed build now. So welcome to the containers. This is going to be a luxury, yeah, I guess it would be a luxury family home. It's a pretty big house. I actually released oh, so fancy. I posted a sneak peek, like a work in progress picture on my Twitter because I really wasn't sure if I was going in a good direction with this. Like, I feel like I have a vision in my head and I get really excited by it and I just really want to like build it, and I start doing it and things don't quite work the same in The Sims as to how they might in your head, and that's fine, but then it means that I'm never sure if what I'm doing is good. So I posted a work in progress picture on Twitter and you guys actually really liked it. You really liked it. Oh, also, if you want to follow me on Twitter and you aren't already, you feel free to. My Twitter handle is RibbityYT, but it's in the description at the bottom anyway if you do want to follow me. But yeah, you guys really liked it and it made me feel a lot better, a lot more confident that maybe I was going in an okay direction. But then having said that, it was a work in progress of me having done brief landscaping. I hadn't done the complete landscaping, but like all the windows and doors and all the actual structure was done. I just hadn't done any furnishing on the exterior or the interior. But yeah, so then you guys really liked that, and then I furnished it all and I was like, oh no, is it looking a bit messy now? And I was worried that I ruined it. So I really hope you guys still like it. I really hope you still like it. I personally do. I think it's really unique and funky, but it's still very my style. I went much more back into the minimal sort of aesthetic. You'll see what I mean in the interiors. Like, there's a little bit of clutter, but there's really not much. I've pulled it all back, and that's kind of how I used to build, and that's actually, I mean, it sounds a bit backwards, but it's when I felt the most creative, I guess. I don't know, that doesn't really make sense, but I like it. I like it. I'm gonna own it. I like this build. I need to start owning my builds. I need to start owning them. But you'll see, like, we just started making a bunch of shapes. I wanted to build container homes because I've never built any container builds before I did the last build on my channel. And I decided, because I'm doing this little save file thing, yeah, I decided, a bunch of you in the comments, the last one said, yeah, go for it, do the save file. So I'm gonna be doing it. I'm gonna see how I get on with it, but I have ideas of a few future builds and stuff, so that'll be fun. But I wanted to use the whole container aesthetic because I haven't done it before and it's perfect for the whole eco lifestyle save, I can't speak, oh my goodness, for the save file, eco lifestyle save file. It's perfect for it, so why not just totally amp it up. So I built a modern container home thing, and like, obviously with container homes they're only a certain shape anyway, but yeah, what I started doing was just making all the different shapes and just sitting them on top of each other and kind of having overhanging bits and that, and then I added a bunch of balconies and stuff to kind of balance it and to join everything up and to make it look much more like it was meant to be like that. But this build, the kind of shape of it, if you like these sort of builds, these shapes, these like quirky, like cube boxy modern homes, I actually have a video on my channel I did a long time ago. I will link it I'll put a little tag and I'll link it as well in the description if you do want to check it out. It's called the Eco Townhouses, and yeah, it was very much inspired by the Eco Lifestyle Pack. It was one of the first builds I did with it, and I really love it. It's still one of my favourite builds to this date. It's 4 townhouses, and I just really like, they have all, you will see a lot of similarities between this style of build and that style of the shapes and the like just interesting features. The pool, that sort of stuff is all kind of similar, but I do think that if you like this sort of build, you will definitely like that build, so go check it out, go show it some love if you want to. Yeah, like I say, I'll link it down below for you. But yeah, so here we are adding a bunch of landscaping because I thought, well, it's eco lifestyle, like of course they're gonna have loads of plants, and also like, it's me, of course they're gonna have loads of landscaping. So yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. And yeah, I really like the idea of having the container be a pool. I thought that makes sense, right? If I had a container home and I had another container just chilling there, I would make it a pool. I think that makes sense. But then I'm like ultra modernizing it by having the windows and stuff in the pool too. I don't know. It's just a quirky feature. It's a quirky home. It is. Although inside I feel like it doesn't feel like you're in a container home. Inside it feels just very sleek, I think. But yeah, putting loads of landscaping and these vines. I've been using all these vines so much, but I think they really help when you want to make a build look like they've made like such an effort to blend it in with the surroundings and stuff. I use these sort of vines and things a lot. Like this sort of build, I thought, well, you look around, right? The port is not super, obviously it's a port, it's not got loads of plants, but it does have some plants just to the right. Also, I used the cheats just to make sure this world was all like eco-friendly and perfect. We had the modern development and what's the other one? Oh no, I forgot the other one. I forgot the other nap. Well, you know what I mean. There's the 2 that change the surroundings. There's the modern one and is it like eco-friendly or something? I can't remember. Anyway, I activated both of them, and yes, it all looks really nice. So yeah, like I was saying, I mean it's in a port, right? So it doesn't look super green. So this does stand out. I will admit, it stands out. Not like a sore thumb, like a beautiful thumb. But it does stand out. But I thought it just plays up to the whole eco-friendly sort of feel, and I think it mixes really well with having a container home be all overgrown and stuff. But yeah, you'll see in here we are in the kitchen. Now you have on the ground floor, you have this kitchen diner in one container and a like kind of like just a little hallway and a toilet in the other container that's joined to it. And then on the other side you have 2 more containers that are joined, and it's kind of like a study and a living room. And then upstairs you have the master with the ensuite. You have another double bedroom with an ensuite. And then on the top floor, you have a 3rd bedroom, and then you have what I've made into just their little, like, fabrication room. But it's just like a little hobby, sunroomy sort of place. But yeah, here's the kitchen. Like I say, it's quite minimal, but I think it works with the aesthetic. I think it works quite nicely. I was playing around for a really long time with the layout of this kitchen because I wanted to have these big windows on the left there, but I couldn't figure out where I wanted the counters, and I didn't want it to be super open, but I didn't want it to be too crammed, and it was just tricky because I really wanted to have an island counter with the table sticking out of it. I don't know why. I've never done that before, but I just really wanted it, so I had to have it. So we got it eventually. But yeah, you see I didn't put too much like dotted about. I just made it a little bit nice. You'll see in the screenshots I added a little bit more though on the island counter. But yeah, you'll see that in screenshots at the end. Because I did think it looked a little bit bare. I just felt like I was struggling a lot. Sorry, I don't know why I kept clicking there. I was struggling a lot with when I came into the interiors about how to make it all mesh well together. And I think a part of it was, like I was saying before, when I posted that work in progress picture and it got quite good like feedback, I was really worried that I was going to ruin it with my furnishing. So I felt like I was really overthinking it, but I think by the time I got into the study, we were all good. I was kind of on a roll. It was just that first kitchen dining space. I was like, oh, I don't know what I should do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. But now we have sorted it. And I like this study. I like having that bookcase just being like on a diagonal. It's such a simple thing, but I think it immediately gives it a really nice effect. I don't know. It just, yeah, don't know, it's a nice space, I think. I like how the desk isn't against the wall as well. I do that a lot, I put desks against the wall, but I like this little area. It just feels it feels equally relaxed whilst being like a business office. So no, I think it's nice. I do like having the minimal sort of feel. I think I really enjoy cluttering now that I have started cluttering, but I think it was really refreshing to go back and do this really minimal sort of thing. I was no, my last build was quite minimal. We built that community law restaurant, the Hidden Hangout. We built that. It was quite minimal. It just felt, because it was on a much more compact scale, it didn't feel quite so minimal as this might feel. But I don't know. I just think that if I lived in a house, I'd want it to look kind of like this, to be honest. I don't like a lot of clutter. I don't like a lot of stuff out and about. I don't. In this little area here, I don't know, I just started doing this little nook and I just went with it. I thought the kids could maybe sit in their little TV room or something, their little hangout, and the kids could sit in there. I have furnished this place for a child or teen or young adult or adult, whoever you want, but a child upwards and a toddler. Now in this speed build, you do see I put a child's bed in what is actually the toddler's room. It was actually when I was doing screenshots, I decided I wanted to change it out for the toddler bed. So it's got a toddler bed now, but I mean, you can easily change that if you want to. But yeah, here working on the living room now. So yeah, you have to come from the kitchen, you need to go outside, but it's a covered like balcony area, and then you come into this study area and then come round to the living room there. But I really like it. It's just a quirky floor plan. I think it's quite nice, although I must admit, I got so caught up in the furnishing of it all and stuff, I didn't actually remember to put any stairs in. And it was when I was trying to playtest it, I was like, oh no, there's no way for them to get upstairs. So yeah, I mean, luckily I was just wanting to put ladders anyway, so it was fine. It wasn't a big deal. We just added some ladders, but still. Yeah, and I'm adding loads and loads of plants as well inside, because like your nature plants, we've got so many plants on the outside. I thought it was really nice that while they don't have much actual clutter, they have quite a few potty plants and stuff about, which I like. I really want to get just a plant pack. I think that would be really good. Just to get a plant pack with a bunch of nice pretty plants you could use all the time, because I'm running out. I used like five plants, I think, in the interiors of this build, and I use all of them at least 5 times. So I need some more plants, please. Also, that one there with the spiky fern things, I never use that plant because I think it looks weird. It works perfectly in this kind of build. So I was quite chuffed about that. So be prepared to see that one pop up in my next few builds with this save file then, because apparently it works. And those paintings I also put down a little minute ago, you can kind of see them. The eco lifestyle ones, I just love them so much, but I never use them. I always forget about them, but I remembered this time, so they're there. And then this is upstairs. This is the bedroom. I imagined it was like a teen or a young adult stayed in, but it could be anyone that stays in here. Yeah, it's got an ensuite too, although you'll see the ensuite in a second. It's a little bit of a strange setup. Yeah, a little bit of a strange setup, definitely. But I like the feel of this room. I add a bit more clutter in this room because I imagined a teenager living here. Because I imagined who it was living here, I felt like this was their like personal space to live in. So yeah. Yes, I haven't addressed it yet. My story time. Okay, so if you've not watched any of my speed builds before, basically what happens in every speed build, I have a family in mind when I'm building it, and I don't know, I just get like, I run away with the idea of this story of this family, and I always tell you guys about it, so it becomes story time. Oh, whoops. Story time with Vic. Okay, so the family I had in mind for this build was the mum and the dad and their 2 daughters, right? Now, the oldest daughter I imagined being about 18, who stayed in here, and then they've got their little toddler other daughter. And I imagined that basically the wife, the mother, she grew up in the city all her life, and she didn't know, like, she'd never seen like a cow in real life, she'd never seen a sheep in real life, that kind of city person. And then her husband actually grew up on a farm, And he was like, kind of like here, if your family are farmers, you own a farm, it's kind of, you don't really get a choice. It's kind of your job. You're going to grow up and you're going to run the farm when your parents retire. Like, it's just kind of the way of life. You don't move on with your life and do like something different. You're going to be a farmer. That's just kind of the way it is. I mean, not everywhere, but that's quite common. And that's what his kind of thing was, his setup was going to be, was he was going to have to be a farmer. But he had a younger sister who actually really wanted to be, you know, the head of the farm when she was older. So he got the opportunity to leave that behind. He still loves like nature and everything. This is where their two worlds kind of collide. He didn't have to take over the farm because his younger sister was going to do it. But he still wanted to live this outdoorsy life, this eco-y life. So when he went to the city, he met who's his wife now, and the two worlds, like I say, just collided, and they ended up here with this sort of very, I mean, I think you can see the mix of growing up in the city. She was also quite wealthy. Her family was quite wealthy. She grew up in a penthouse. Swanky, I know. So you can see the kind of mix of like this penthouse city life with this farmer naturey person, and they marry really well together in this lot, and I think that that's quite nice that their two worlds came together like this. And they're living their best life, let's face it. They are living their best life. I'm jealous. I would like to live here. I think it's a cool house. I don't know, I mean, no, I think the fact that it's containers looks quite cool. I think it looks quite funky on the outside, actually. I do. No, you know what? I would like to live here. It's a bit big, but because the containers are all like separate rooms, it doesn't feel that big, right? Yeah, I love that room. That room is so relaxing, that master bedroom. Because it's so light. It's very seaside-like, actually. It's quite seaside-like. But it's just soothing. I would walk in there and I would just imagine it being really, really peaceful. And I like all the art they have around the house as well. I think it's nice. But then the ensuite. Okay, I like the ensuite. This is probably one of my favourite spaces in the house, actually. Is the ensuite of this master bedroom. Because you see I did that little confined area just on the exterior, and I put the big fence. So it's very private, but it's like they've got this like almost indoor-outdoor garden just at their bathroom, and they can sit in their bath right there, and it'd be super relaxing, and you've just got all the like greenery and stuff. And then at night I've put like little lights out there and things, and I love that little mirror with the candles there. I mean, I don't think it'd be super practical. Like if you had, say, a dog or something, this house would, I don't think you could live here with a dog, really. I don't think so. It wouldn't be ideal. But like for just, you know, a normal family, maybe not if you have kids running around either. But I think that bathroom, because it's so bright and everything as well, it's so relaxing. Could you imagine just sitting in that bath during the day, the sun's pouring in on you. You've got this lovely greenery just outside the window. You've got the candles going, this gorgeous scent, being so quiet and peaceful. Heaven? It's heaven? I would love it. Oh, it's been so long since I've had a bath. I miss having baths, but also like in this house we got an extension, so we've now got a bathroom downstairs which has the big like double shower, and then upstairs is the old bath shower, but we just never use the upstairs bathroom anymore. It's always downstairs, so I just never have a bath anymore, but I miss it. Although, I don't know, is anyone else like this? I love the idea of a bath. I really love the idea of a bath. And then I run my bath, and it's too hot, and it absolutely scalds my skin. My skin's like bright red, but then it cools down within like 5 minutes, and I'm cold. So I'm never happy. So actually, I say I love a bath. I love the idea of a bath. I don't like a bath. In reality, I don't like it. But yeah, outside we're just adding like different like activity areas and hanging out areas and stuff. So this is where I was worried that I was going to add too much clutter and it's going to ruin the overall image of the exterior of the house. So I was very nervous. I didn't put too much around. I just put the odd bit and plants. I put lots of plants. Again, the Snowy Escape plants are coming through for us. We love them. But yeah, you see I was trying to find a seat because I thought a seat would be nicer, and then I was thinking about the bigger picture and I was like, no, a seat, no, we don't want a seat there, not at all. So I decided not to add one. But here we are working on the back bit by the pool. I love this area. I think it's really cool to have a pool that's not on the ground floor. I don't know, something about that just seems really unusual and cool to me. So I like it. It's such a weird place to live. If you really think about this, you lying out there and you're at an old dock. How weird. What a weird place to live. I mean, if you live like in a place like that's amazing, cool, good for you. But coming from my perspective of like what where houses are traditionally and stuff, like I don't know, it's just, I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool though, to be honest. I mean, I think it would remind you a lot of like holidays and stuff, like I've been on cruises before. I think it would remind me a lot of that sort of thing. Being at a dock, you would see, I don't know, maybe it's not a working dock, but you would see ships and that, right? Oh, you know what, right? I love the thought of cruises and stuff like that, but if I think about a big ship, I get so creeped out. Like really creeped out, because then I just think about this big ship and I think about it just sitting in that dark water. You can see the dark water. Oh my god. Water actually freaks me out so much. The sea freaks me out. Or like really deep lakes and stuff really freak me out. I don't know, I think it's just because I don't know what's under the water because it's so dark. And like you see all these documentaries and stuff about things that live like really far down where the pressure is like really like, oh no. It freaks me out. So like the thought of this big boat just sitting in that water, I don't know what it is about that thought, but it just gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. I don't like it. But here we are working on the upstairs bedroom. Like I say, I switched that bed out for a toddler bed, but you can easily switch it back if you want to. But I really like the aesthetic of this. I love the aesthetic of this whole house. It's very pastel, very light. Very much the kind of place I would like to live. I don't like dark rooms and stuff. I would love to have really light floors or light oak floors and stuff, and have white and light oak sort of textures throughout the place and pastel colours. That would be my kind of colour scheme. I would love that. I know my current surroundings do not lend themselves to that, shall we say. But if I got given a bunch of money just to go out and design my space, it would look kind of like this, I think. This sort of thing. I think. And then here, I really wanted something over the doorway there, so I made this little glass overhang thing using the Island Living floor glass tile things. You know the floor glass tile things? And it creates this little overhang, and I think it looks quite nice when it has the roof trim bit around it. I think it just adds a little effect. And then adding more overhanging plants and stuff like that, just kind of blending it all in. And then out here on this balcony, right, I don't know, this doesn't really make sense, I suppose. Having the toddler's room there and them getting their own balcony attached to their bedroom. It doesn't seem safe. But we're just going to pretend it is. We're just going to pretend it is. I love that little bucket of plants. I use them so much. They're so bright and vibrant, and I didn't discover them until like a month ago, I think. I discovered the little tub. Like, it's just, they're so bright and happy, and I love them so much. They just make me smile. And then this is our little hobby room, sort of fabrication zone. Candle making zone. I feel like I get rid of the candle maker. Do I? I feel like I do. Maybe I don't. I can't mind now. I really like this area, again with the nice light pastel sort of stuff. We have a skylight as well on the roof, which is adding loads of light. So you could easily change this out to whatever kind of skills your Sims that live here have, but I imagine that this is what these people had. The fabrication, mainly because that's a big part of eco lifestyle. And like normally I find it doesn't really fit in that, because like the fabrication thing, like why do we get such weird objects in The Sims? Like we don't get just normal hobby things, like in The Sims 2 we had that pottery wheel. Like that's, I mean, I don't think many people have a pottery wheel just chilling in their house, but still, like that's a little bit more normal than having a bleeding massive modern fabrication machine. Like what? I don't know. I do feel like we have very extreme items in The Sims, especially The Sims 4. Like, what about the telescope? Sorry, where is the normal freestanding telescope that a lot of people have in real life? Where's that? Why do we just have that giant machine telescope? Who has that? Why? I don't understand. I don't know. But out here we're adding like just a few bits and bobs like plants, and then the little toddler pool. I love the paddling pool so much. I remember as a kid we used to have our garden had different like tiers to it, and then it had like a big grass slope, and we used to lay out a big tarpaulin on it, and we would use fairy washing up liquid, so like for your dishes, because it's really slippy, and we would have a hose at the top and we would squirt that fairy liquid all the way down it so it's super slippy, and we'd use that as a slide, and we would just slide down and we'd run back up and we'd slide down. Honestly, that was so simple, but that was like the most fun I had as a kid. On a summer's day we would set that up and it would be amazing. It was so good. Sorry, the paddling pool just reminded me of that. Like having like water activity things in your garden, it reminded me of that. I feel like we had a paddling pool. Oh, we did have a paddling pool. But I think it got burst because my oldest dog, Sasha, she loves to go stand in a paddling pool. And she'll just stand with her front legs in the water, and then she'll dig and scrape and she'll splash all the water up onto her tummy until she's emptied all the water out of that pool. And I don't know why. As soon as it's down, she's like super excited. She's like, yeah, here we go. And my other dog is standing behind her and she gets such a fright when she gets soaked. It's so funny. But yeah, I think it got broken, which is a shame. Oh well. It's like those big fancy ones you see people have, like the really like the deep ones that have all the seats and stuff in them, and they have like all the built-in like cup holders and stuff. Like, what? I mean, to be honest, I'd love one of them. That'd be really cool. Not that we have much opportunity to use them here in Scotland, but you know, we still try. Sun's out, that's it, we're out. But yeah, here you can see like I just created a little planty area. I do change the most of it to grass because I thought it looked a little bit too industrial, whereas I want to transform it into more of an eco like atmosphere. So they have this like little deck area, and I think that looks nice. I think it's nice having it as a dark wood as well because the whole build is quite light, so it's really nice to have that contrast, just bring it down a little bit. And yeah, you see I used that little platform as like a little privacy bit with some plants on it. I think it works nicely. It's so simple to do, but I think it adds a lot. So yeah, there you go. You see I added just a little bit of grass. It's just a little detail, but it makes it look a little bit more eco-friendly sort of thing. And then we add some plants and stuff just there to fill it up. I added a little fire pit because I thought, I imagine if I was sitting in that deck bit and I had that fire pit lit, that would be really nice. I would really like it. Super relaxing, right? And then you have the windows into the pool. And that seems a little bit creepy, but I do it from a perspective of it looks nice when no one's in the pool. I promise I'm not a creep. I think I put windows in my pools quite often, so I don't know what that tells you. I don't know, but we're almost done with the video now. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. I don't know, it's probably been a bit of a weird time, but that's my voiceovers, I guess. But if you do want to download this build, it will be available on the gallery. Honestly, I always upload my builds a good few hours after the video's gone live, simply because I forget. So if it's not up straight away, just have a look a few hours later. I'm sure it will be at some point. But yeah, you can download it there. My ID is RibbityYT, but it'll be in the description below, just at the bottom. And yeah, there'll be screenshots in just a second too that you can enjoy. But thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And I will speak to you all very, very soon. Bye!